Some Zombie Gaming here again, and welcome to kind of a different video. This is the 4th of July today, as you guys are seeing this, which also means it is the 4-year anniversary of when Cube World got updated. So, as you guys can see, I know you guys probably wanted some Cube World today, and maybe if I can upload 2 videos, I can get that out to you guys. But I just wanted to kind of make a video addressing what I think of the update, where I think it is, when it's happening, kind of analyzing his tweets over the past few years and getting down to the nitty-gritty and kind of analyzing where I think this game is going and all that good stuff. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're going to be taking a look at some tweets today. So back in November of 2015, if you guys aren't familiar with this planned update, he dubbed it the Quest Update, and the main thing about it is quests. And what these quests are going to do is they're going to be spread across the world. They're varying in length and difficulty, as you continue, and they're going to add so much more replayability to the game. And I think the big reason it's taken him so long is because he's trying to make these quests truly replayable, that you are never going to do the same thing twice, which is super cool, and that's a lot of work. But let's get into this. So he's talking about some quests, and here he mentions the Order of Light. You guys can see the moment I'm working on some new Order of Light quests. I think he's mentioned the Order of Light and the Steel Empire, or the Empire of Steel, and those are two of, who knows how many of the big factions that he's introducing to the game that are going to be presenting us with storylines and side quests and stuff like that, which is super, super cool. But he's talking about quests. Quests are levelless now. They're scaled individually to each player, so players of all levels can quest together. That's super cool. I haven't gone through these tweaks in a while, but that is something I think is really cool. I think, regardless, we're still waiting for the update, and it sucks that it's not out yet. But regardless, when this update comes out, I think it's going to be, if the tweets are correct and accurate, this update is going to be phenomenal. Just the quality of life things that he's putting in like that are awesome. It says quest enemy power is adapted to each player. High level players still have advantages, better skills and stats. So this is for maybe PvP is what he's talking about. I'm not sure. This is locked dungeon quests, which you can't get into that castle until you complete a quest, which I think is super cool. So there's probably going to be a lot of those. Let's see. Healing Stream is now an AoE spell. Was single target that affects all friends around the target position. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And we're going to go through the tweets, and then at the end, or, wherever this video goes, I'm going to talk about, my thoughts on this update and when I think it's coming and why I think it's taking so long, that kind of stuff. This is cool. I like this, the cave thing. This reminds me of Minecraft a lot, which, like Cube World, needs more things to tell it it's a Minecraft clone, but you guys can see that little discolored patch on the ground is a cave, and this looks exactly like a Minecraft cave, and I wonder what's down there. I think he hasn't shown us for a reason. You can see the cave entrance also hidden in trees. I think not only the quests are going to make the game awesome, but even stuff like that, tiny stuff like that are going to add little differences to the world that are going to make things way, way cooler. So here's a cave, and he's putting a quest in there, so there's something in there. I can't really tell what that is, but it has a little exclamation mark, which means quest. So he's putting quests there. He's putting quests, everywhere. This one, multiplayer HP of enemies is increased for 50% for each attacking player. That's actually pretty cool. So you can't just steamroll stuff. I like that. People will probably still do it, because, some enemies aren't that hard to kill. But, I think it'll keep us on our toes. And this is talking about, he says, working on grand quests, which are special quests whose location and rarity is indicated by colored swords. So you can see, let's see if there's one on that little snowy mountain there. I hope there we go. Added the cursor. You guys can see there's a sword quest. There's a blue and an orange and a brown one over there, maybe, which is super cool. There's lots of them, and I assume these are going to span across the entire world in a lot of places, which is super cool. The quest is definitely the selling point of this update. And you can see here there's another guy who has a grand quest, which is purple, which means he said it's epic, so maybe that gives the epic purple gear. I don't know. Currently implementing a hierarchy of quest bricks for maximum variation, and he just posted a picture of Santa because it was Christmas Eve. pick up a quest item, there's a hold it up animation. Oh, that's cool. Open the bone chest. Guys, the quests are going to be awesome. They're going to be super, super cool. Variations to the quest logic. And in this example, a boss dropped a note that I have to read. So you have to read the note in which the boss dropped so that you can progress with the quest. That's pretty cool. See, it's stuff like that that I think if he adds enough of those variations and then enough variations within the variations, and then the quests are going to be really, really good. And it says, instead of getting the amulet directly from the boss, the note tells me where to find it. Okay. You've hidden the amulet in a crate. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I'm adding these kinds of variations to all the quest bricks to make the whole quest as diversified as possible. So what does that say? Bring Melale the amulet. Okay. So he's really focusing on diversifying quests. Oh yeah. I remember this. I think he made this into a video. As you continue crafting, it gets exponentially faster as you craft more of one thing. That's really cool. Yeah. See, here is whoops. This is the Steel Empire, a mana mech from the Steel Empire. That's super cool. So that's going to be one of the factions there that he's going to be putting in. Just a new slime wobbling animation. Pretty easy stuff. This is some Instagram stuff. These are the 4 new abilities so each class has a 1 ability, a 2 ability, and a 3 ability, which you press the number to use, and then every class is getting a 4th. And we're not going to go into these, but needless to say, if you guys do want to check this out, there's a lot of good stuff here that's really, really cool. There are some pictures. There's also music. I used that in Season 5, funny enough. I put in the music myself because I thought that would be cool, and it kind of is, but, you know, just chilling and talking, I think, is the better way to go on Cube World. But you can listen to the music. It's very, very good. Steel Empire uses mana pumps to siphon mana from the ground. I'm actually curious to see what this is. I don't have an Instagram, but it's a video. Oh, oh, dude, he's got a snail? And you can destroy it? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, that's pretty sweet. I love the way the game looks and feels. And this, we can take a look at this. The quality, I don't know why it's so bad, but these are new dungeons, and I've already seen this video, but these are new kind of dungeons that he is planning to implement. And it shows the enemy's level on there. This is like a big underground cave, a nice like lava pool with giant chains. Sorry if you guys can hear my birds. Hey. My goodness. Oh, that says sewers. That's cool. Catacombs, like real catacombs. That's super cool. A lot of stuff. You guys can see he's taking damage in the lava there, which is cool. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, and you can hang just by yourself. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that is so cool looking. That is so cool looking. I haven't seen that video in a while. Okay. So, more dungeon music. This is one of my favorite pictures. I actually use this as the background for my Cube World Co-op series. It's kind of like a good look at the map and how much cooler the map looks, first of all. But also, like all the landmarks on there. Every single thing is marked. It's going to take some getting used to because there's a lot of stuff. But I think the best thing that it's going to bring is, you guys know, if we're just walking around in Cube World, you go through some times, like a few minutes, where you don't see something, and it can get kind of boring. And I think this is going to totally eliminate that. He's adding a bunch of new stuff that's going to really add a lot of diversification to not only like quests but to the world. And this video is just showing off snow shading and water shading that he's been working on in the snow biome, which is cool. There's also music, so I should probably turn the sound on, which is cool. It's really nice music. And this is just, you know, stuff, I guess. Not super necessary, but look at the trees, though. The trees look awesome. But it makes you wonder, you know, why work on stuff like that when, you know, if the quest system isn't finished yet and there's still other stuff that should be, you know, put in. But I'll get more into that later. So yeah, dude, that music is the music that he's made for this game pretty much there was a lot of fan-made music for this game, based off of the music that he made for the first Explorers trailer, and he took that and made it awesome. The music is so good, and he really hit the nail on the head in characterizing the game and making it, you know, making it feel like Cube World. And I like it how it pops up and says, "You discovered this." And this is also really, really cool. You get the dungeon map, which is just a mini map that... My phone's going off. A mini map that just kind of shows you where to keep going in the dungeon, which I think is super cool. I think that's very, very needed. And this is cool. So not only are there regular cities, but capital cities. So he's reworking the capital cities of each area, which is the big, you know, the main town. And this is cool. Look at how big that is. That is so big. And I hope there's enough in the city, like, to cover all that space, so to speak, because there's a lot there. And if they're like, I hope it has a purpose, is what I'm saying, because cities now are smaller than this, and they serve no purpose. You could have like probably a solid like 10 buildings that you would need, and that's it. But there's way more than that. So I hope all this is going to be utilized in some form or another. And on July 2nd, a couple days ago, you guys can see he's adding artifacts in here. So this dude's playing a flute, and birds come down and pick him up. I don't know where they take him. I have no idea, but it's super, super cool. Quite cool. And this guy goes up and plays a harp, and you might guess it opens up this gate. And that's some cool stuff that I find really cool that he's adding in. Maybe not the most necessary, but I think it's cool. And so that's all of his tweets up from now. So what do I think? I think a lot of this content is cool. That's definitely not all of his tweets. He has a lot, and we're not going to go into all of them. Go like a bunch of faction stuff. This stuff is quite old. But there's destructible traps, quest mechanics, factions, enemies, biomes, portals, which is super, super cool. There's so much. And it makes you wonder. I was showing my brother some of this stuff earlier, and he asked, you know, why doesn't he just release it in smaller chunks and everything? And there is certainly a question there to be asked, you know, why not? Why not just add it as you create it? Because obviously the stuff's in the game. It's there. And it's playable. A lot of this stuff is, and this is kind of a new feature of the map, which looks cool. But it makes you, it's like, dude, why? And I think it's because he wants the release of this to be pretty much the full game. And that's from how he's talked with a Kotaku article and his tweets. I think he wants this release to be the full game of Cube World. I think there's enough content here to be the full game. I think because clearly, you know, I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in Cube World, and granted, it's been out for 4 years, but it's only an alpha game. With all this content, I think it would be justified being able to call it a full game, and I believe that's where he's going. And I think that's why it's taking him so long, is because he wants like every single part of this update to be completely ready to go. And a lot of it's cool. I think a lot of it's going to add diversity to the game. I think that is one thing that the base alpha game does lack, is diversity. It's a lot of the same. And look at that Super Monkey Ball. I think that's trending because of Summer Games Done Quick. It was just run like a couple hours ago. And Freedom Planet. Yeah, those were both. I watched both of those. But that's getting off track. I think it's because he wants to get the full game out. And Wally is interesting in the sense that I think he really needs to perfect something before he puts it out. At least that's what it's appeared to us. And I don't know. He's the only guy working on this. That's why it's taken a while. And I think being patient is the key. You know, there is still a huge community for this game, obviously, because when like every episode of Cube World that I put out has the amount of views equals half of my subscriber count, is pretty impressive. So clearly there's a following for this game, and I love the game, and I want to see it continue. So as this goes up, I'm recording this a day in advance, but as this goes up, we can cross our fingers that maybe we'll get some news on when it's coming out tomorrow, because tomorrow, like I said, is the 4-year anniversary without an update. I hope we can get some news on it. Wally's really not the type of guy that puts out time frames for things, because again, he's the only developer, and you know, we have no idea when he's going to get it done. It's certainly come a long way, and I think there's a lot here to like, but again, we still have the fact that it's not here yet, and I'm still holding out hope that it might come this year. I don't know, but as we can see, the videos and the things that he's putting out are more and more developed. They're really, really good, and I'm holding out hope. And yeah, I don't know. This video was kind of just a rant, looking at the tweets, giving you guys my thoughts on the update. I think it looks fantastic. I think it's very fleshed out, and I think the reason it's taking so long is because he is trying to make the full game, which I don't know if everyone wants, and developers don't always do what you want. But I think that's what he wants to do, and we're just going to have to live with it. But until the update comes, you guys can enjoy the Cube World series. And speaking of Twitter, if you guys want to hit me up with a follow, I know yesterday YouTube notifications did not go off for a lot of people about that Cube World episode. It didn't go off for me. So if YouTube fails, Twitter will notify you, and I don't really post much. I maybe a picture from time to time, but mostly just when uploads go live and when I'm live streaming and stuff. So yeah, just if you guys want to. It doesn't really matter to me, but it might be helpful if you guys are diehard fans of the channel. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the update. If you guys want a guess on when it's coming, I'm gonna say, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna say, I mean, if it's not today, I'm going to say it's going to come out, like, early next year. Like, spring, like, winter/spring of next year, like, maybe January, but I think we still have a while to wait, just because of the pace of the tweets and everything. There's a lot here, but I don't think he's finished. Maybe he is. I don't know. We have no idea, but if that's what I'm gonna guess, dude, I have no idea, but that's just a guess. And when I want it to come out, I want it to come out today. As you guys are watching this video, I want it to be out. I want it to be out, and I think a lot of it is fantastic, and we just have to wait for it. But if we could at least hear something about the update, you know, today, I'll put up a video about it if there is anything about the update on the 4-year anniversary. But until then, I think actually on this tweet, Rivet had replied, yeah, he said, wow, please let this happen soon. It's so close to the anniversary of the last update. Got like 11 likes. I'm gonna like it and retweet it because I want to, because Wally, I mean, he's already seen it, but he needs to know. Yeah, see people saying, you know, I bought the game when it was for sale, hundreds of hours, worth the money. Yeah, you know, but I think this will make it even more worth the money. Tell me your thoughts on the update. Tell me your thoughts on the game. If you guys enjoy it, let me know. And if you guys do enjoy Cube World, I have a pretty big Let's Play going on of Cube World, so if you guys want to check that out as well. But I just want to make this video to talk to you guys. I feel like it was good to check out these tweets. I think they're all really, really awesome. And for those of you who don't have a Twitter, you guys can, I wanted to show these to you guys in case you guys are interested in what Wally's been talking about. So that's going to do it. Thank you, everyone. This was a long video, longer than I expected, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as always, I'm Zombie Gaming MC, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!